For News OK, I'm Dave Morris at the 2013 Bart and Nadia Sports and Health Festival at the Cox Convention Center. We're live streaming all morning long on newsok.com. This is going to be fun, guys. I'm joined now by Ryan Free from the Oklahoman. Ryan, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you, Dave?
I'm doing just fine. Ryan cracks me up every time I talk to him, so there's no telling where this conversation will go. But like I said, we're live streaming on News OK all morning long, so we'll have some live 3-hour coverage of corporate rowing, which is going on behind us right now. We've seen a couple teams just absolutely smoke their competition, but then we'll bring in people such as the distinguished Ryan Free every 15-30 minutes or so. So we'll basically just talk about what's going on here. We have Bart Connor in this morning, and you're good friends with Bart, right?
Bart is a good friend, and he is just an awesome guy. He's one of the reasons that we're doing this. We got our heads together one day and said, let's do a health festival and incorporate that with your gymnastics competition and put it all together, and here we are 3 years later.
Hey, let's back up just a second and tell us what you do for the Oklahoman.
I am the marketing manager at the Oklahoman, and I started as the events manager about 7 years ago. And so we've been doing a health event here every year since I've been there.
And how'd you meet Bart? How'd you get to be friends with Bart?
You know, one of the jobs that I was doing for a long time was the sponsorship opportunities there at the paper, and he had an event and always came to see us every year and wanted us to sponsor, and we did, and so I just got to know him from that and got to be great friends.
And now the Oklahoman has been a part of this event for, what, 3 to 5 years, I'm thinking?
Yes, this is our third year.
And I mentioned that because Angie Bruss was interviewing Bart Connor, a week or two ago, and
yes.
we got into this big debate. Was it 3? Was it 4? Was it 5 years?
Yes, we've done this event for 4 years, but
Okay.
it's a third year. It's the Bart and Nadia Sports and Health Festival.
There we have it. We've reached a verdict.
There you go. That's official.
Bart was saying 10,000. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that in a second. Bart was mentioning 10,000 people are expected today, so we've seen quite a bit of growth.
Yes, we have seen quite a bit of growth. When we first started this, I think we had 20, 30 people maybe. We're really growing.
So
we're really growing by leaps and
you
bounds.
invited your family?
I invited my family.
You guys need to be healthy. Come on out.
That's right. It's been great. We've had a lot of publicity and a lot of good things going on. The rowing is fantastic. You can see all the people behind us here. They're having a good time. They bring all these parents and people out to watch. Gymnastics does the same thing, and then we bring kids in to do all the fun activities.
All right, let's talk about what's going on here, because you are, of course, you and William Gage are helping administrate this event, but instead of like the janitor with a big key ring and a bunch of keys, you have a bunch of badges. What's going on here?
Well, I want to show everybody first and foremost that I've got a gold medal here. Bart has a gold medal, so I figured I needed to get one as well.
So who'd you steal that from?
Well, not a kid, but kind of a kid.
This is
what
the Perfect 10 Challenge?
Perfect 10 Challenge.
Tell us about that.
A child has to go around to 10 different activities and participate in each sport, from archery, doing some rowing, doing some kayaking, doing some hockey. We've got tennis. Once they've done that, then we'll give them a little gold medal. It's actual metal. It's not plastic. Really great little piece there. Secondly, this is my favorite, Coach.
Now, there's no way you're a coach.
Well, I'm just taking this home to show my wife. Honey, I'm the coach, okay?
See how well that works for you.
My official badge, which just gets me into all the doors. And then since I do work for the Oklahoman, I thought this was a good one to have.
You should be part of the media.
I have a camera with me.
So you're probably going to take some Instagram, right?
Right. And staff. This gets me into any door I need at any point. But they won't give me the badge that says competitor. I don't know what that's about. Bart says if I get into a leotard, he'll give me the competitor. So I'm not going to get the competitor because I'm not getting in a leotard.
I'm thinking if you get into a leotard, we may follow you around with the camera just to see what happens. You know?
I know what'll happen. That's not good.
Hey, do we have a team competing in corporate rowing?
We don't do the indoor corporate rowing, and I've got to ask our folks to step it up. We need to do the corporate indoor rowing.
Perhaps you and I should be doing.
Let's do it. The Dave and Ryan team. We're going to head 2 boats next year.
You know, I mentioned some of the teams are getting smoked up there behind us. That would be us, probably.
That would be us. It's so much fun, though. They love it.
That's the bigger picture here. It really isn't so much about the competition, although competition is certainly a part of sports and healthy lifestyles. But this is a family-friendly, fun event.
Absolutely. The kids that are up here and the people that are up here right now with the corporate league, they have a ton of fun. They're very competitive. They compete all year round, and it makes for a really good time. And this is a great backdrop to do it. You know, we love this event because it brings all these people in. They are just having a blast.
Let's talk about events, because you said that was part of something you had done back in the day, was event planning. What goes into putting an event like this together?
You know, it's just a lot of preparation. We spend about 6 months really planning it, from, you know, kind of monthly meetings with all the different groups, and then Will and I, Will who works for the Oklahoman, spend a lot of time up into the weeks and months ahead dealing with vendors, talking to the river sport people, making sure the athletes have the proper credentials that they need, trying to make sure we're bringing in money that we need to put on this event, dealing with sponsors. Bart and I literally travel the state. We go to Tulsa and Ada and all over the city and talk to the CEOs and get the sponsorship dollars and stuff. So it's a lot of work, but it pays off. It's a great event.
Over that 6-month period and in the years that we have done this event, what has been the corporate and community response? We'll have Mayor Mick Cornett on in the next hour, and we'll talk about how the city has become more healthy and a fitter lifestyle that's being promoted here. But what is the response from the corporate community and citizens in general for health and fitness for an event like this?
The corporate community really feels like if we can get their employees to live a more healthy, active lifestyle, it benefits everybody, because at the end of the day, they're not going to be sick as often. They're going to not miss work so much, so it really drives the bottom line for them. A lot of the companies, including our own, have programs where they want you to see the doctor and put together a plan and then follow that plan. If you do that, the reward is less money for insurance premiums,
sure, more
time away, volunteer days and vacation days and that kind of thing. So it really is kind of all about the bottom line for them. When we talk about the community and as general, what we saw yesterday was really great. We had 250 fourth graders from 5 different public schools over here yesterday. The really awesome thing was we put them through the Perfect 10 Challenge. A teacher came up to me and said, this is awesome. I've never seen some of these kids smile before until today.
Really?
And that's what really makes it special. These kids are doing something different. They've never rowed. They've never been exposed to hockey, tennis. They're getting to try something, and that makes a big difference.
That was probably you when you tried archery, right?
That was me when I tried archery and rowing and tennis and hockey.
You're like, I could be Robin Hood. I could do this.
That's right.
All right, speaking of the Perfect 10 Challenge, what was your favorite event?
I love the archery.
Yeah.
It is so fun. Our friends at H&H Shooting Sports come over and
Miles
put that
Hall.
event on. Yes, they're great. They bring the bows and the arrows, and we line them up, and the kids go to town. I want to find one of those arrow bandanas that has the arrow coming in and just kind of stagger around over there, but they won't let me do that either.
See, that's why you're in marketing and event planning. It's the idea, it's the genius such as that.
It's the fun stuff. We have to keep it light.
Hey, one last thing I want to talk to you about.
Sure.
We worked with Bart and Nadia on a commercial for the Oklahoman. Nadia was in one of our image campaigns. Talk about that image campaign and working with Nadia, and I think a certain cameo was made in that commercial by someone that you may know.
Yes, my daughter was in that commercial. She was the star of the commercial. I know Nadia thinks she's the star, but my daughter was the true star of that commercial. The thing we're trying to really push with our new image campaign is that we're the Oklahoman. We've been here and we've covered journalism for over 100 years. We have reporters, photographers, videographers, people that are ingrained in our community and really bring value. We really are pushing that we've got a lot of value in the product that we put out each and every day. You can see things on the news, and that's great, but you can get the in-depth story from newsok.com, in the Oklahoman, at all of our different resources that we've got. We're really proud of it, and we want to let people know we're a big deal. We're moving down to downtown in about the next 14 months.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too, because it's literally right across the street.
To say, we could walk right there.
It's going to be great.
Yes.
And that's another example of how we're really getting into the community. We're coming back to where we started. We want to have a nice public face where we've got reporters and our journalists working right up against the glass so people see what's going on. We're a vibrant company. We're doing great things, and we really want people to know.
That sort of transparency would be very nice. It'd be great to be right inside the conversation. That commercial was, you know my name, do you know my story? And Nadia is the perfect example of that. Of course, everybody knows Nadia. If you're known by one name, you're well known.
Right. Right, Dave.
Yeah, right, Ryan. But the fact that we could also say, hey, we've covered her from her career, Romania, the gold medal, through now was pretty cool. And she's great to work with, just as Bart is.
She's fabulous. And the great story about Nadia, forever she said, I'm from Romania, and one day she was at an event and she said, I'm from Romania, and Lee Allen Smith, great patron of Oklahoma, loves this community, stopped her and said, now Nadia, where are you from? She said, I am from Romania. And he said, no, where are you from? And she said, I'm from Oklahoma. And she loves telling people that she's from Oklahoma. A lot of times people in the international community, why do you live in Oklahoma? She says, have you ever been there? It's great. It's an awesome spot. People are nice. It's friendly. It's easy to get around. And so we really want to help tell that story. She is an Oklahoman, and we're proud of that.
It's one of the many things we do is tell stories across the board. And of course, we'll be live streaming from the Bart and Nadia Sports and Health Festival all morning long until noon. Today runs until 5. The actual event is from 9 to 5 here at the Cox Convention Center. It's free.
That's right. And then we've got international gymnastics competition from 7 o'clock to about 9 o'clock tonight as well. And we've got gymnasts from, I say we, they have gymnasts from all over the world, literally, that are going to be competing tonight at the Cox Center. You can come buy your tickets at the box office anytime today.
All right, very good. Ryan Free, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, the live stream will continue on newsok.com. I believe we have Mayor Mick Cornett coming up, as well as an athlete from the Oklahoma River Experience, and we'll be back. Let's see, it's about 10 o'clock. We'll be back about 10:15 or 10:30, and in the meantime, we'll toss it back to the live stream that right now is overlooking some corporate rowing.